Vishakh. We're doing an interview with our Sena,
Yeah.
and you're one of our Sena members. So, first question that we asked from the Jithani last time is, what is Casey to you?
Well, Casey to me, it's not just like a philosophy or religion. It's more than that. It's not something you one-off practice on like a Sunday. It's an actual scientific, logical way of life. As in, it changes your perspective on things, your outlook. Like the things your experiences, your normal day activities. It's not just like religion or just godness. It's actual way of life and how you view things, how you implement Casey into your life. That's what I feel like Casey is to me.
How did you come to Casey, and why did you come? You know, what hooked you to it?
I mean, from birth, I was born into a Hindu family, so we followed all the things, so we worship all the gods. But I felt that we were still quite materially involved, and we'd go to parties. And I think at a point we got sick of it. So a few years ago, just before COVID actually, we were invited to a house program of one of the devotees. And then there was a lecture, there was prasadam, and we all like prasadam. So I just thought we started liking it because we felt that there was that kind of emptiness. That yes, we were going to all the parties, we had the so-called friends, but we didn't really enjoy it. And from the house programs, we started becoming regular. Throughout COVID, we had the online Zoom sessions, and then one day we got invited to the temple for one of the Sunday programs, and then we just liked it. And I felt that it's that thing we were searching for our whole lives, as in there was an emptiness, and that when I came here I met all of the people in the band of Sena. I really enjoyed it, and I felt that yes, this is what I wanted my whole life. And then we just started regular, getting more involved, helping out, doing more service, and that just stuck. Now I've been like kind of addicted to band of Sena, to Casey.
What was it that actually hooked you to Panda Sena though?
I think it's, well, the people that I met. That yes, around me was at school, I had friends, but the people in Band of Sena, we're youth, but it's like-minded. We're serious, we're actually trying to develop that true happiness from within, that fulfillment through loving God, Krishna, and in that Casey, Krishna Consciousness.
So relationships that you have around with
Yeah.
your friends. Say someone who's watching, they have no connection to Casey or Panda Sena or anything, and they're struggling to find a path or, you know, a way to, you know, just become a little bit more happier. What advice would you give them to find a path for themselves?
Well, everyone is looking like subjectively for happiness in life. Everyone's on different paths, and that happiness, it's a different thing for everyone. But we are unable to find that like true happiness, that eternal, like we actually feel happy from within. So I feel that the path that from Pandav Sena, the people, the relationships you make, as I mentioned earlier, they kind of guide you on a path. The people, they support you. It's a very safe environment and you can't deviate. And there's a famous quote that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with others. So I really feel that the people in KC, that are like-minded youth I found, I met, and developed good relationships with in Panasena really guide you in your life. They allow you to find the true path of Krishna consciousness, of loving God.
So to identify the right path,
yeah,
you have to feel comfortable with
you need people around you who can guide
people.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to identify the people that you have around.
And you have to trust them with the relationships, that yes, this person can help me.
Okay. Final question for the interview, and it's usually the hardest question. How would you describe KC in one word?
In one word? Casey, it's hard, but in one word I'd probably say Casey could be described as loving. That everything about it is, we feel safe and comfortable. It's that happiness, and we can get that happiness from the loving relationships that we establish, that the like-minded people, the friends I've made in Pandav Sena. I found that true nourishment from within, that you feel empty, but then that lovingness, the love that you get, it really allows you to feel happy from within. And we're trying to establish, that's the point of Casey, we're trying to actually understand and love God, which is why I probably summarize Casey as loving.
Okay. So actually, instead of that being the final question. You spoke a lot about community and friendships and the relationships that you built within PS, and you're, really promoting it. It looks like, but I really want to know. So, from your relationships and friends that you've made within PS, just explain it a little bit more. I want to know how good it is.
Yeah.
Why is it so good?
I mean, yeah. So we all have friends. I have friends at school, but the people I know, the friends I have in the bond of Sena, it's a more deeper connection. It's a more deeper relationship. And yes, like Casey, it's quite serious, but it's not boring. As in, because of these friendships, it's fun. And that's the main things that allowed me to really enjoy Casey, and which really hooked me, allow me to keep coming. It's the friendships that you make, and that the real wisdom you can gain from them, that the guidance that allows you to stay on the same path, the right path, and not deviating. That's, I feel, one of the best things about Bhakta, the like-minded youth, and the lifelong relationships you make.
Okay. So, should people join Bhakta?
Of course.
Tell people how.
Definitely.